Dear perceptive reader, if you look at the jamespoeartistry.online website, you will notice that I've started simplifying my category process. I remember I told you with all the many podcasts that I've had over the years and writings that are still in archives. That who knows, I may bring some of them back during the rest of the year. But all the same, you will see those basic categories of the writing community, the poetry community, and you also have a report. You see a report community, and you'll see which items that I will put in there. And then I have a couple of other tags that you've seen. You see, specified or specific writings and reports that I've done over the years. And the reason why I given those persons their own tag is because I know I will continue to talk about them from time to time. Now, with that being said, I want to really emphasize that there are different programs and functions and administrations and all sorts of uh, best practices over the years that people have found. And then depending on who comes into the office or what have you, they may change it and do something totally opposite. It's like one man I remember from years ago, and I sure hope he is still breathing with his laughable personality that he had. But as far as when it comes to administration and things of that nature, he well, I don't think he described me. Well, he probably did describe it to somebody else because you could get a laugh out of it. But it's like this sometimes. It's like really walking into a room and seeing one chair or couch on one side of the room and then just moving it to another different location. And that's the way some of these laws are implemented, or these administrations of ways of doing things are implemented. It's almost like, you know, it may not even hurt one way or the other doing it in this way or that way. It just depends on, once again, uh, exactly who is doing it, you see. Now, I want to give you an example of that, and this is part of what I would say. This is going to my report category or report community today. I actually listened to another commentary where talk show host Bill Maher, which I've mentioned him a couple of times over the years over different things. Now I didn't give him his own tag, but I just referenced something that he may have said about this or that, especially when he talked about God. Well, in his commentary today, he was mentioning a variety of issues, and some of them, again, he got a laugh on a bunch of them, and some of them, again, I of course I don't really agree with them, but I understand he can say what he want to say, but some of the accuracy again of his commentary, he was actually being correct. He was actually being correct about it's like a ludicrousy of what persons are actually sometimes being activism about. You see what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, I even saw one picture that he showed, and I said, yeah, I can't believe that somebody that they really even said that. Do they even really know or what they're doing when they do this or that? But see, that's my whole point of what I want to bring out, in referencing about the chair or the couch being moved from one side of the room to the other is this. See, you have good ideas. You have stuff that just works. It works for communities. It works for people. And yet, you know, one person, and this is someone else that said this about a week ago. One person, even after the election of the United States of America, the re-elected president Donald Trump, was basically asking the question about what is wrong with America. America needs to look inside itself, or what have you. Now, I'm combining everything that's been said about what Bill Maher was mentioning, and now what that person has said, and then also I told you a reference from a long time ago about administrations and things of that nature. Sometimes I'm just saying, in my opinion, I keep saying institutions at times it's like they're still made up of people with these different individual personalities and at times different motives and agendas. And what I've seen too many times, even on a grassroots level, sad to say, that just because you may not be part of this group or that crowd or that what have you, you can have all the best ideas in the world. You can have the determination to do it with your blood, sweat, and tears yourself. But just because they don't like you, and you heard me say this before, they will burn down the bond because it's you. I'm going to take it to the next step now. They will destroy civilizations just because it's you. And that's the problem that we run into. They will create problems. They will create wars. They will wag the dog. They will do all sorts of stuff because it's you, a very capable and proven person in this job or that job, you see, but it's because it's you. And then they'll rather put in again somebody that fits according to their mode and thinking, which will turn that saying, well, it doesn't matter where you put the chair, to one of, it does matter because of the way they're going to implement other policies and things according to that nature. In other words, not helpful, just selfish, just more of outcasts and caste systems types of way of treating people. That's what really is the problem at times. That is what the problem is. How to literally really deal with individuals in a respectful manner, but at the same time, knowing when to say when it's like, no, you implement this and you're really going to tear down, you see, this forward moving progress, good progress. And it's not stepping on anybody's toes except with the people who, like I said, just got personal hangups, personal biases that they just can't keep under control. They can't, as I would say, and I got this from older people, they can't keep their hands to themselves. And it has really gotten to the point where I do reference at times what happened back during the social media, the election a couple of ones back, where, remember I told you I called them the social injustice warriors, where they literally went overboard, got heavy-handed with stuff that they had no business doing. And in closing, I would tell you to reference Jack Dorsey. Remember, he was the creator of Twitter. Speech or interview on that Freedom broadcast or what have you. I actually have it in one of my Who Says Power presentations. See, talking about the reporting category, if you will. I would encourage you to listen to that whole interview. It was very interesting, a lot of the stuff that he was saying. Now, may I pat myself on the back just a little bit? What you heard him mention in his way, in his experience, see if you don't reflect back to me telling you the same thing years ago in this way or that way. But all the same, as I told you, once you become ostracized sometimes, you have to use a qualifier because they made your name that bad at times in people's eyes, as if you don't know what you're talking about, as if you don't have any experience, as if you wasn't a professional. Well, I'm using Jack Dorsey as a qualifier for what I was talking about years ago. And remember, another qualifier I used was, who is it? The one who was I can't believe his name just slipped my mind. Facebook, the Facebook executive. That's a shame. Ooh, maybe the old age is catching up with me. But all the same, you read his letter, Meta CEO, Facebook CEO. You see, and that's the thing about it. Even though I know they're gonna say, "Oh, see, look at him, he is losing his mind." All right, okay. Well, you know what? In closing, sometimes people say that person is crazy, and sometimes you reply back to them, "Yeah, because you drove me there." Kill me sometimes. But anyway, have a good day, perceptive reader. And it was Mark Zuckerberg. You know, it came as soon as I took his name came to my mind as soon as I took the button off the record. I took my finger off the button on the record button. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to get some coffee. This was all made without coffee this morning. Okay.